Warning, censorship. Warning, censorship.
He's done a lot of great journalism for us. He was there when we caught Patrick Brown sneaking into the theater. I hear a connection. You let me know when we have video. I can hear some audio in my ear. Lincoln was also there when David was attacked by a dog. And of course, Lincoln is there when Adamson's barbecue was raided by a police SWAT team. I think it's a SWAT team. We know they had riot horses. There were at least 20 police. I saw plenty of police cars. They tackled a black man. Why did they tackle him? And of course, they arrested a man for illegal barbecuing. Apparently, illegal barbecuing is the... We've got David. Put him through when you're ready. This is live. David, can you hear me? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 20 cops. You got cops on horseback. You got riot police. This is the Alamo. This is the largest mustering of police since the G20. The Black Lives Matter protest didn't do it. The hobos in city parks didn't do it. The gangland crime wave, record shootings in Toronto didn't do it. But one man and his smoked meat did it. It is legal in Trudeau's Canada to smoke marijuana. It is not legal in Canada to smoke meat. And I should tell you that the police today not only took down an entrepreneur, they took down their own reputation. The amount of goodwill being burnt by these willing patsies. Why didn't they just say, nah, thanks, mate. You can send in your bylaw officers and give a ticket. We're not going to deploy the largest mustering of force in Toronto since the G20 to crush a man because we don't act as errand boys for Toronto's third-rate mayor, John Tory, and his war against the working class. Look at the people there. They have all learned a lesson today about raw power. Look at the police blocking people in. How many police cars are there? 20? Moms and kids. And there's the media party. One thing I love about the media party is that Adam Skelly, he knows which way's up. He told those shills, those Justin Journos, that they are not allowed on his private property. He made them stay on the other side of the street. And of course, like good boys and girls, they did. They know their place. Their place is with the riot police. They're an affiliate of John Tory. You saw last night the snitching and the ratting. When will you take him down? There's a friend of ours. When will you take him down? When will you lock him down? John Tory is like a pillow. He has the impression of whoever last sat upon him. And you saw in real time how some clickbait journalist said, Mayor, why don't you shut him down? And he said, okay, well, maybe I will. And he deploys Toronto's police as his personal shock troops because you know what, guys? There was some illegal smoked meat going on in there. There are gun crimes every day in this city. But take people off the gun beat. Take people off the mass shooting beat. Take people off the, oh, look at, good for them. Good for them. I don't even know who that is. There's a little bit of praying going on. Good for them. Yeah. Shame those cops. I don't know if they have any shame. Imagine saying, I want to grow up and be a cop. Yeah, look at that guy. Good for him. I don't know who he is, but if he's allowed on the property, he's not a media party journalist. I salute Adam Skelly. We are all essential. Ain't that the truth? The staycation class, the government class, has loved, there's our friend Joe Warmington, has loved the last 7 months. They haven't lost a minute's pay. Look at these people there. They're sorrow and stunning. They're stunned, slightly stunned in my assessment from afar, because most Canadians admire the police, respect the police, even love the police. They trust the police. And one of the reasons why is the police are not partisan. The police will help anyone of any background, but that can't really be said truthfully in Toronto now, at least not to the full extent, can it? Imagine being in charge of the riot horses and saying, yeah, we'll send the riot horses down to the smoked meat restaurant. That's completely peaceful. It was a completely peaceful protest, but let's tackle a black man. I don't know why they tackled him. Yeah, there's people here of everywhere. There's our buddy David Menzies. Hey, David, can you hear me? There he is.
Say a few words for the live stream. Oh, is the live stream on?
Yeah, you're live, my friend.
Are we on now? Yeah.
I don't think he can hear me. Give me some words.
You're seeing right now the end result of lies and media propaganda. You all wanted to know how powerful media can be. You're seeing it right now. This is an old warehouse serving pork and grits and coleslaw. Yet you got police on horseback and more than 50 officers here stopping us from going in because of mainstream media.
Very lucky that nobody was trampled by these horses. But I'm kind of wondering, just where the hell am I in Toronto or am I in Pyongyang, North Korea? I mean, we have 400 stores down the street from Costco, jammed to the gills. Hundreds, if not thousands of people in that big box store. Business is booming thanks to the lockdown. No one's got any other choice of where to serve, where to shop. And a small mom restaurant can't be open. This is John Tory's most disgraceful day as the mayor of Toronto, using a bazooka to kill a proverbial mosquito. This is disgusting what this mayor has done. This is the same mayor that turned a blind eye to a bunch of thugs, anti-types in June and July that occupied Nathan Square. And yet, that's okay. Here, this is all right.
Someone down on the ground. I don't know if they fell down, were knocked down, were pushed over. Someone's on the ground there. That was our friend David Menzies. He was speaking into a microphone. The microphone was not connected to the camera, but I did make out some of his comments. He talked about women and children, and yet the riot horses are here. He compared this to North Korea. He mentioned that just 400 meters down the road is a Costco, and how all the big box stores are still allowed to be open, including selling food. He said this is using a bazooka to attack the proverbial mosquito, and he said that John Tory, on this disgraceful day, has responded to a smoked meat restaurant with tremendous police response, and no police were there when Antifa occupied the front plaza called Nathan Phillips Square outside the Toronto. There's the lovely Miss Jenny. The police did not use any force whatsoever to remove the Antifa encampment at Nathan Phillips Square that was there for weeks. Now, I don't know what this man is doing on the ground, if it's a protest, if he's doing some sort of passive resistance, or if he was knocked down. The police don't seem to be interacting with him. It looks like he was okay. I saw him rolling over. Maybe he's just doing a dramatic form of passive resistance. Of course, the proprietor of the establishment you saw was led away in handcuffs. I wonder where they're taking him, most likely to a police station, and then I think they're going to keep him in jail. I think they're not going to release him. I don't know under what law they would seek to hold him, but clearly they're going full G20 here. And I bet you that they will strip him naked, strip search him, and put him in solitary confinement. I don't know who that guy is speaking in the most animated way to police or to other protesters. I don't quite know. Someone in a truck giving a speech. I heard the word Justin Trudeau. Fair enough. I'm a critic of Justin Trudeau as well, but I also happen to know that Justin Trudeau does not direct the Toronto Police Service. The Toronto Police Service is directed by the police commissioner, the police chief, but as we all saw, it was actually directed by John Tory, the mayor of Toronto. whipped up by the media party. But really, it's the disgrace of the police commanders who allowed themselves to follow. A bit of a motley crew here, from people from different factions and parties and activists. It's a collection of everyone, I think, who's fed up with the two-tier lockdown. One tier for the fancy people, another for the working people. One tier for the staycation class, another for the working class. One tier for the big box stores that, of course, remain open, and the other for the little guy. And I love, love, love the fact that the media party was told to stay off the property. Although now, oh, there's more cops on this side. There's got to be 50 cops there. Who's that person on his knees? Who's that person on his knees? He's praying. Well, I appreciate the thought and the spirit of it. I don't know if that's going to deter a secular police force that has obeyed whatever whim the mayor commands them to do. Some cops wearing jeans. I don't even know who those guys are. How many firearms are there today? How many firearms are there? I mean, you've got dozens. Are there 50 police? I think there's 50 cops there. Huh. Every front page tomorrow. I know what the headlines are going to be. The Toronto Star is going to call the protesters white supremacists, especially the black guy who was knocked down. But I think they just made a martyr out of Adam Skelly. Don't shoot. Well, it's probably a good idea to wear a shirt like that. What do those signs say? Individuals have rights, not the greater good, society or government. True enough, yeah. Fear is the currency of control. Yeah. What's the other one say? Are these essential to you? Joe Fresh, local clothing boutique. Yeah, Joe Fresh or the others, McDonald's or gyms. Yeah, exactly. Flowers at Walmart's or your local florist. Joe Fresh or your local clothing boutique. Exactly. The two-tier lockdown. The two-tier lockdown. There's the ruling class that makes the rules for everyone else. The ruling class doesn't follow their own rules, though. A couple of media party journalists, knowing better than to step on the property from which they've been ejected. Well, I think the main excitement is over. Just for those joining us now, Adam Skelly, the proprietor of Adamson's Barbecue, this location in Etobicoke. He also has locations in Leaside, that's a neighborhood in Toronto, and Aurora, that's a city just north of Toronto. Very popular, outstanding barbecue food, who's operated in defiance of the lockdown for 3 days. On the third day, the police dispatches a riot squad with riot horses. There's got to be 50 police. I think there's got to be 20 cars. That looks like some boss man there. And they locked the doors. Skelly broke the lock on his own doors, went in. You saw people going in. And then the cops basically said, get ready to go to prison, threw a black man on the ground, arrested Adam Skelly, and you're watching the aftermath. I don't know what that guy's doing on the ground there. He's moving around, so I don't think he's hurt. I don't know what he's doing there. Maybe he's, I don't know. Lots of cops. I wonder if when those cops were boys and girls, they said, I want to grow up and be a policeman. I want to go to the police academy. I want to learn how to use a gun. I want to learn how to follow the law. I want a nice uniform and a badge. And then I want to be sent out to shut down restaurants. I want to be on the restaurant. This is really like, I can imagine this is what it was like in Prohibition when bars were shut down, when alcohol was banned. Did they ever use this much force to shut down bars when Prohibition was afoot? We have a new kind of prohibition, but it's very selective. Here we have prohibition of smoked meat. In a private restaurant. Oh, what's the chant?
You know, there's a frequency on YouTube.
Stand down, I think they're saying. That's what Justin thinks.
Choose your side. Choose your side or you're going to learn to gallop, boys and girls.
Not too late to become a real fucking man.
Well, their leader was taken away to the police station, I presume, to jail, I presume. They're going to try and hold him out overnight. I don't know if they have the legal authority to do so. I don't think he's being charged with a crime. These are bylaw offenses. There may be some health directive offense. I don't know the powers of the emergency management laws as they affect this establishment. I would be surprised if they could hold him in a jail overnight, but I think they'll do it anyways. I mean, I am surprised that they have riot horses out here, but they did it anyways, because when the mayor says send the riot horses, the police chief apparently does what the mayor says. That's an excerpt from my daily TV show that I do live at 12 noon Eastern time. We talk about the news of the day, we play interesting viral videos, and most importantly, I take your questions that you chat to me through YouTube Super Chat. I think that's the funnest part of it. So tune in every weekday at 12 noon Eastern time, only here at rebelnews.com.